My name is Jamal Frederick Robinson. I'll be your bartender for the evening. I'm presenting to you tonight my cocktail submission for the Power of the Palate competition sponsored by Maker's Mark and Black Restaurant Week. My cocktail is called City Lights. Now the theme of my cocktail is really nostalgia. It's being inspired, it's remembering. I remember growing up in San Francisco and always seeing the city lights downtown when I would go meet my father at his job downtown. It would be this wonderful kind of magical experience. I'd be this little boy looking up at these super tall buildings. I remember living in Oakland. When I would go home, I would come home really late. And I always remember looking out the bus window, and all I would see is just the lights passing me in this beautiful magenta sky because I came home late, so it was always sundown. And then, being a family man, we love having me and my wife love our little date nights when we get to go downtown somewhere. And one of the things that makes everything special is just being in that beautiful environment. You know, glasses clinking, cars passing by, just the beautiful radiant glow, this brilliant halo of the city that just engulfs you. So, that's my cocktail, City Nights. That's the inspiration for it. And enough of the talking, let's make a cocktail. Now, when we talk about innovation for this cocktail, normally I think about making things, complicated. I want to get scientific. I want to manipulate the ingredients a certain way. But since we're in the middle of this quarantine, everybody's inside, we don't want to order a whole bunch of stuff. I thought I want to be innovative by using just what I have at the house. So of course I have my Maker's Mark bourbon. I had some citrus. I had some fresh lemons. I had some grapefruit, and I wanted to make a really nice syrup from honey, ginger tea, and I added a little bit of salt. Salt is a really good activator for sweetness. It almost makes your mouth water, and it highlights everything a little bit more, bumps it up a little bit. So to start with the cocktail, I'm going to start with our citrus, our ruby grapefruit juice. I added this really because the grapefruit and the vanilla that comes in the Maker's Mark work really well together. Next, I add a 1/4 ounce of fresh lemon juice. This helps keep the citrus bright and not too tart and dry. Next, I'm going to use our sweetener, our salted ginger tea honey syrup, which is pretty much just a 1-on-1 ratio of a rich ginger tea with honey, and I just added a little bit of salt. We're going to do a 1/2 ounce of that. And for our highlight spirit tonight, we're going to use a Maker's Mark. And for this, I chose to use 1.5 ounces. Now this, to taste, you can do 1 ounce if you like, because we are going to add some champagne at the end. And then next, you just add a little bit of ice to your cocktail shaker. Let's shake. Another thing that's really good about the ginger tea with the syrup, it makes for a really nice mouthfeel. You get almost a creamy texture, and when you add the bubbles, it's velvety. Just pour it into your glass. I am using an all-purpose wine glass tonight because I really want everything to open up. When I talk about city lights and nostalgia, it's all about the sensory experience. And when you use a larger glass like this, you get the full aroma of everything. To top it off, I used a really nice champagne, or you can use a cava. I chose this because I preferred something dry with more of a brioche and almond character to it versus something that imparted more sweetness like a Prosecco. But if that's your thing, you can do that. And to garnish, really simple. I just chose the grapefruit peel. You're going to squeeze inside, a little bit on the outside to perfume the whole glass, so when you go up to drink, you get the full sensory experience. And with using an AP glass, I don't want to complicate things by adding a lot of garnish to it. I want it very simple. And here we have it. The cocktail I present to you tonight that is all about experience, nostalgia, and remembering. City Lights. Cheers.